Hey guys, welcome to my YouTube channel, or welcome back to my YouTube channel if you've been here before. This week I'm continuing my Mother's Day cut file pack that I launched a few weeks ago. Last week we did 2 out of the 3 that are included in the file, and today we're going to be doing the last one. So I have all my pieces pretty much ready to go. These are the extras that are left over. So I ended up cutting my sun rays background cut file in both orange and yellow, and then I'm going to save these bits for another card. But for today, the card I planned out, it's going to include 3 colors. I was originally just going to do the 2, and then I was like, oh, maybe I'll just add in a couple extra of these orange pieces, and then I can do it 3-tone. So this is what the card is going to look like. I'm going to cut this down and mat it on a white card base after, but right now this is the cut file. I'm just gonna show you the pieces. So again, I cut 2 of the rays in the A2 size, one in this orange color, one in this yellow color, and then I will glue them to this red base, cut them out, and add them to my card base. And then I cut out the shadow layer. I cut out the text "You da mom" with the bomb in the middle. I saw a bunch of these. I was inspired by some Pinterest posts, but everyone I saw had just like, it was "You da," and then the word "mom" was inside the bomb, like it was just a bigger bomb. And I was like, I'm gonna add that into as the O, and I love it. It's cute. If you play a certain video game, you might recognize this little bomb guy. You can always do it with or without. So I included a solid bomb and then the one with the eyes. If you want the eyes, I would cut the solid one out of white, depending on what you're doing for this. Like if you're cutting the text out of white and doing the shadow layer in the black, which might look nice, and then I would leave that, and you could just layer this on top. You could layer this on top as is anyway and just give the bomb black eyes. And then I also have this little silver piece that goes on top, but I like the white eyes, so I'm going to do that one for today. And I'm going to leave the wick black. I find that these ones, even though it's the exact same file, I cut it a little bit smaller, which could be good because then the wick won't get lost, because it'll have this like little black border. But I'm just going to cut it off and leave the wick black. So I'm just going to cut straight across on both the white and the navy before I assemble them. And then when I glue these together, they will sit here, and then you'll have the black wick for your bomb. So I'm just going to assemble this. Again, I only cut 1 layer of the black. You could do multiple layers if you want some more dimension. These are very dainty, so don't put too much glue on them. Just do little dots. And if you want, you can use reverse tweezers, but I don't use those very often. I find I have more control with my hands. And again, on this one I added a bit more of a generous shadow layer, which will be helpful for the background that we're putting it on. So this is the sentiment already done. Looks super cute. I love it. So we're gonna work on the background, and I'm just gonna slide this off carefully so I don't lose placement for pieces. The pieces like these pieces will fit on this side. It is symmetrical, but it's easier to leave them where they belong. So I'm gonna glue down the frame first. So I'm just gonna add glue to the areas I want the orange bits. And just kind of like nestle in there perfectly. So it'll sit nice and flat. And then the red areas will just be dipped in. If you wanted to, you could cut this 3 times and do a full inlay. But I like that this gives it just some depth and dimension. Just gonna use my brayer to kind of smooth it out a bit, make sure everything's pressed down well. Okay, and then I'm gonna trim this down. The bomb is actually kind of perfect for this. It does leave a bit of a yellow border around it because it is slightly smaller, but I think it looks really good. But as you can see, like the sentiment doesn't sit centered when you do it this way. So I'm probably going to cut this border off and then do the same amount so that it's a little bit more centered here, and then just see what that is and then take the same off this way, if that makes sense. I'll show you what I mean. I'll just chop this off all the way around first. These I will save for later. Okay. So I'm going to cut the top and side border off here. Let's do a little bit more. On this side. Let's say 3/8. Okay, so we determined that this was about, yeah, it's in between 1/4 and 3/8. So I'm just gonna say 3/8, I guess, depending on what the length is here. So if I'm gonna do it that way, this one comes to almost 4 1/4. So I'm gonna cut it at 4 1/2, which means I'm cutting an inch off. So I will cut an inch off as well down here. So we're gonna cut this at 4 1/2, and then 4 1/2. So this will be 3 1/4. I don't know if I want it that. I think I'll take a bit off the top first. Maybe 1/8 at the top and 1/4 at the bottom. Okay, and then that off centers this, and then this goes here like that. And it's still up towards the top, but that's fine. You could, if you wanted to, put an extra Happy Mother's Day sentiment in there. I kind of like the way it is now. And it might even need a bit of a border, but in what? Maybe the silver? Maybe if I do slightly bigger in the silver. And I'm just gonna use my Recollections foil cardstock. So if we did 3 1/4 plus 1/8. 4.5 plus an 1/8. So adding an 1/8 to this measurement will give you a bit of a 1/16 inch border. Which I think helps tie that in. You could also do this in gold if you want to keep with the cool or the warm tones of this card. But I kind of like the silver, so I'm gonna leave it at the silver. Yeah, I like that. That is an amazing card. I love this so much. And I might pop that up on some foam tape, which will take a while, but that's okay. It'll be a lot of little pieces. I have foam tape squares, but I don't like them because they're too much dimension. I like this big one of foam tape. You can get similar ones at Michael's as well now, that it's just 1/8 inch, or sorry, 1/16 inch width foam tape in the big rolls as well. So I'll probably move to that once I finish this roll, just because it's so much money getting, I live in Canada, so buying this from the States, it's just like you end up spending so much more money on the exchange and shipping and everything, so it's actually cheaper now that Michael's has it. Yeah, I love that. I love it. I'm just gonna put a little extra glue on this one, and then I'm gonna put something heavy on top of this to let it set. Well, it didn't leave me much wiggle room, but that's okay. That's good. And then I'm gonna put that off to the side while I foam tape. Okay, now I can put it on the card base. And I think I want to use my T-square ruler again. And that looks good right there. Okay, I'm gonna leave it in here for today. I really do love this card. This looks great. So thanks again for joining me. Like, comment, subscribe, do all the fun stuff. Let me know if you would like more of these videos showing my products. I will be doing more as we go. And I hope you have a great day. Bye!